guys, today is getting rainy, bleaky. Sí, arriba. It's getting rainy and dark. I'm in the mountains and I'm trimming around my olive trees. And welcome back to another family farm TV video. Okay, we're here, we're making sure that the olives are clean, and it's challenging weather. Okay, but someone got to do the job. So in this video I want to talk about the ground, and I want to share some secrets with you about how everything comes from the ground. Okay, everything. You and I came from the ground. Our children came from the ground or will come from the ground. Okay, every food we eat comes from the ground, whether even if it's an animal, it came from the ground. Okay, every plane that we fly, every ship that we sail, every nail that we hammer into the angle of the joint of a wood in any construction comes from the ground. The ground is everything. So we're not using the ground to your advantage, so that all minerals in the world, all creations of man came from the ground. Every sword, every rifle, every armament, everything came from the ground. And so when a person knows this, you can extract greatness from the ground as a farmer. Okay, extract greatness. Make sure you start thinking like this, and you will have a completely different outlook on farming, because you can also extract something from the wherein and therein will lie finances. In other words, I'm telling you, you can literally come up with an idea that will make it your reality to extract money, finances from the ground. It will first be in an idea, and then you have to put it into practice, and then you have to plant it and harvest it, reap it, and then find a market for it, and it will be translated into your finances, your financial liberation, your financial aptitude and abilities. They say financial freedom. I don't believe in it. It's a farce. It's not true. But financial ability is true. Financial freedom is very fleeting. It's a fleeting illusion, because you could be financially free today and then tomorrow you could be in financial bondage and debts. So you're never financially free. It is always susceptible to the markets, but what you can be of good cheer that when you have an idea, you translate it into money from the ground, you will be financially enabled. That's my point. This is financial. It's coming from the ground. It will be translated to oil, and then to the market, and then to money. You do this exponentially, and it starts from cleaning the soil, planting the tree, tending the tree, nurturing the tree, etc., etc. And it came from the ground. It's still coming from the ground. The ground is everything. Welcome to Family Farm TV. If it's your first time, my name is Mervyn Timothy Reyes, the creator of Mervyn Timothy Reyes TV and all its channels. And Family Farm TV is just another Mervyn Timothy Reyes channel. And I want to tell you that from the ground, in this Family Farm inspirational video blog, you extract everything. The trick in this is to tie the imagination to the ground. When you can tie your imagination to the ground, when I say tie, I mean connect it. Imagine an idea, brainstorm ideas, connect it to the ground, because therein lies your independence and your autonomy. Once you can connect that idea by using your imagination, then you will be able to begin forming a plan, and then to implement that plan, to adjust that plan, to throw away that plan, create a new plan. But eventually you will arrive at a spot, a place where you will be able to tap in to resources from the ground, join to the resources of your human person. And when those two resources are joined from the ground, which is external, and within you, which is internal, bridging the gap with your imagination and creativity and productivity and self-application, then you will be able to transcend any financial lack through the ground. You have to access the ground. I say again, we came from the ground. All trees of the forest came from the ground. All tools, everything, all animals, okay, everything came from the ground. The ground is everything. So just probably, realistically, to let you know in this video that you have been looking for an answer probably most of your life in trying to better yourself and your life, and you've been walking on top of that answer all your life without you even knowing. You've been walking on the ground and the answer was beneath or are beneath your feet all the time, and you didn't know this process that I'm teaching you. This is an innovation that came through spending time in nature and doing family farming for the last 10 years, where my senses have become heightened. I didn't read this in a book. This came to me through the years. I've applied it in my own life, and I've been able to realistically, pragmatically get answers through this same technique of merging my imagination with the resources and being resourceful, okay, by tapping into the ground. The ground yields everything in the world, okay. You see, people like to say, okay, this is philosophical now, okay, but people like to say that we were born into the world, and that is not true. No one was born into the world. We were born out of the world. What do I mean by that? We came out of the ground, okay. So you don't, if you're not a biblical student, okay, and you don't like biblical study, you need to just go and read Genesis. Do me a favor, or yourself a favor, and go and read Genesis, and it will tell you that the Lord God formed the man Adam out of the dust of the ground. Where did he come from? Out of the earth, okay. So you didn't come into this world at the onset. You came out of the earth, out of the world, and by default, okay, you became a person that is living in the world, you and I. And it is the same thing with a tree. Look at the tree. It's coming out of the earth. To be in the world, you have to come out of the earth. For a person to be a person, our forefather Adam came out of the earth, or foremother out of the earth, okay. And anyone that is being born into this world, okay, it is because they came from out of the earth through foods a combination of foods which was broken down and eventually became male and female gametes respectively, and those gametes were merged. This is called conception or fertilization in the womb of a woman. Okay, not in the womb but in the ovaries. The baby is in the womb. Sorry about that. However, you get the idea, all from nature. So farming poses a great advantage for us human beings that we don't even think about. We overlook farming because we are now conditioned and misled educationally to try and get a good job out there. Nothing wrong with that, okay? But what that does is it causes us to be oblivious to the fact that we must go back to basics all the time in order to be able to provide for ourselves and our family. When technology fails, and it will, and it often does, okay, when the market crashes, and it often does, and it will continue to crash in the future, okay, the ground will never fail us. So if you have a basic understanding of the ground, and you can use your imagination and tie it into the ground, and then make a correlation and make a feasible plan and pragmatic approach, and make a plan and implement that plan, and turn it into a produce that fulfills a gap, a need in the market, supply and demand, it goes and inserted into the economy, then you have just found your secret to financial ability. This is Mervyn Timothy Reyes teaching you how to use the ground as a farmer to benefit you and your family. And you can do this on a small, medium, or exponentially grand scale. So in this way you become truly independent. You don't have to depend on anyone. You see me here? I'm doing this in the rain by myself with my workers. Okay, we pay them. But I don't get paid because I'm implementing a plan. And I've been implementing this 10 years. And my family love me for implementing these plans. Okay, sorry about the audio. I've got to put on my microphone in a while. It's getting windy. And it's not professional to be giving videos with bad audio. However, I hope you understand what I'm telling you. And it's not a hocus pocus pie in the sky dream, and it's not philosophical drivel. It is real. I'm doing it. I'm dealing with the ground. I've got my animals. It's not my first day or my first year. It's my first decade. And I'm continuing. So you understand that if you want to transform your current situation, you want to subsidize your financial lack and inability, and translate that into something greater and better by being resourceful and imaginative, brainstorming and becoming creative. All that while you must look to the ground from whence you and I came. Because we came from the ground, we will live on the ground, and we will return to the ground. We are not star creatures, and we are not water aquatic creatures. We are not reptiles. We came from the ground, we live on the ground, and we will return to the ground. And the ground is our sustenance, okay? It is where every idea of humanity comes down to the money. It comes down to earth. It comes to the ground. So you want to build a spaceship, you've got to get the ores from. You got to mine the minerals from the ground. Like you go in places like where I studied for a year in 1994-95, that is rich with a mineral called bauxite in former British Guyana, a socialist country. You go there, the gold, okay, all the precious stones, it comes from the ground. Even if the pearls of the ocean, you go and find those on the ground under the ocean. It's all about the ground. Want to be rich? Deal with the ground. Think basic. Think down. Think down in order to be elevated. Go low to go high. Lose to win. this is the concept I'm putting forward in this family farm vlog. Thank you. I'm here with my amazing animals. They're enjoying their day. They're friends, yeah? And everyone is enjoying the ground out here. It's windy, it's getting rainy and cloudy. We might have to cancel for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you love the Family Farm vlog and TV channel. And check out my other channels and check out my other services that I've got for you. Mervyn Timothy Reyes here from the beautiful olive groves of Calabria, Italy. See you in another one soon.